It's time. It's Thursday at 12 Central, and we are here to obliterate obstacles. Are you ready? Let's do this. All right, every Thursday at 12 Central Time, I draw from this little bin. And this bin is filled with all of the video challenges you have submitted. These are all the things that are getting in your way of going live and showing up on video. Let's draw. Okay. We will do this every Thursday, same time, same place. Let's see. Let's get a good one. Let's dig deep. Let's dig deep. What are we going to get in here? Oh, boy. So fun. Okay. Feeling like I'm not talking to a person. It's not real. There's not anybody out there. Okay. So how many of you have felt this way? Have you ever felt this way? Like it's not a real connection? I mean, after all, I'm talking to an inanimate object. I'm talking to a black circle. I call it the black hole of death. Yeah, it feels like you're not talking to a real person because you're not talking to a real person. It's hard. So what can you do? Okay. And then let's do this. Before we even get into how do you fix this, let's complicate matters, because what happens is the minute you go live, you see yourself on screen. So now you're talking to yourself and you're looking at yourself, and it's really hard not to like fix your hair and make sure there's nothing in your teeth and put on your lipstick and whatever else. We are distracted by ourself. And it's easier. It's your brain says, oh, look, a person. Oh, look, I want to talk to that person. And so we do not focus on our perfect person. We're down here talking to ourselves, and then there's a lack of eye contact. You see that? A lack of eye contact because I'm looking at myself. I'm not looking at the camera. But that's a real person. That isn't. So what do? There's a number of little tricks. The answer is you just got to get comfortable with the camera. You just got to change your mindset and be like, I got to make eye contact. I got to look up here because that's how I see into the eyes of my perfect person. That's what's going to feel best to them when they're watching it. Not this, right? This feels weird and awkward. Okay. So we all agree. I think we can all agree. This is what we want, but how do you get over the fact that this is like this black little box with the circle, and or if you're on your phone, it's even worse, right? It's this teeny tiny little dot up here. Okay, so what can you do? First things first, get a Post-it note. If it's not a Post-it note, get a big piece of paper if you're using your laptop, and cover your screen. Yeah, for real. Cover your screen. So if it's your phone, take a Post-it note, cover your phone so you don't see yourself. Okay. If it's on your laptop, big piece of paper, tape it over your screen so you don't see yourself. Now you may have to wait to put it up until you get everything set and you can click the button and you can make sure you're live and all of that. But then cover yourself so that you're not distracted by yourself on camera. Okay. That's tip number one. Then use whatever you put as a reminder of where you're supposed to be looking. Now we cover this in the Go Live Challenge. Some of you are like, wait, we've talked about this before. Yep, this is the first module in the Go Live Challenge. Take your Post-it note, arrow, reminds you where to look. Okay, that is a visual cue to remind you where to look. Okay, so that's how you make eye contact. But even this is not a real person. And so it feels awkward and uncomfortable to be, now I'm talking to an arrow that's making me look right here, and that's just weird. Okay, so what you can do is get a picture of your best friend, your grandma, your kid, your aunt, somebody in your life that is easy to talk to. I'm not kidding. Get their picture. Take a picture, take a selfie, whatever it is, but you're going to print it out. And let's just say, we're going to use real props here today. Real props. Nothing but the best for you guys. Okay. Let's say this is my best friend. Okay. I better give her some hair. Oh my gosh. This is just getting worse. Okay. Picture of my best friend. And I'm going to take this picture and I'm going to tape it to my phone, or I'm going to tape it to my screen. And I'm just going to have a conversation with my best friend. I'm just going to talk to her, but I'm going to put it as close to that camera lens as I can so that I maintain good eye contact. But this is going to be way more friendly than this. Yes? Now imagine this is a real photo and not drawing, my horrible drawing. Okay. But a real photo. Okay. Now I will tell you, Stephanie Thompson, I don't know if you all should know her because she's awesome. She is actually putting on the Galantine Gala right now. So if you're not watching the Galantine Gala, it is free. It's a free summit. 29 speakers have pre-recorded trainings for you on a variety of topics, from business to health to healing to, I mean, it's awesome stuff. I'm one of them. And it's free to you. So sign up. I'll drop the link after we're over. It's free free through March 14th. It's never goes up in price. It's always free, but it ends March 14th. So you have time to go through it. Anyway, what she does is she takes her best friend's picture. I'm getting more props. And she gets a scissors and she cuts out the eye. I'm not kidding. I know it's weird. And it's a little like, I feel like I'm doing voodoo even on this little character. Okay. But she cuts out her best friend's eye. See, this is what you get with me live. There's no time to prep. I can't practice this. Okay. And that little circle goes over where the camera lens is. Now I'm going live and I'm talking to my best friend and I'm looking into her eyes and I'm looking right into the camera. Okay. Now it works. I know it's silly and you probably should tell your best friend so that they don't come over like was what happened to Stephanie and they see their picture with their eyes cut out and they're like, do we need to talk here? So let them know what you're doing, but this really works. Other things that you can do is, instead of a piece of paper, still cover, I mean, I would tell you still use your arrow or, your full piece of paper to cover the screen so you're not distracted. But get some sort of character, a doll, or, those little troll dolls with the hair, or something else, some sort of character that's friendly. They make those little rubber statues that are like of dogs, or take that thing, that item, and affix it to your phone or your computer. So now you're talking to the troll doll. Let's just use a troll doll. I'm talking to the troll doll, and it's going to make me kind of laugh, and I'm going to have a big smile on my face because here I am going live talking to a troll doll that has bright pink hair. I mean, how do you not smile and have fun with that? Okay. But you could also pull it into what it is what do you do in your business? What's going on in your life? I know John, who's in this group, he is into the Alexander technique, which is all about the skeleton. And so he took a skeleton, and that is right by his camera. And so now he just sits and he talks to Skelly, is what he calls it. I'm just sitting here talking to Skelly. So you can pull in tools and resources and things that you use in your own beliefs and your own trainings and anything to make it easier to have a conversation. Now, I say all of this, and you may be thinking like, do I have to do this like forever? I've been doing this for years and I still use this. And it is because the brain is a very, very powerful thing, and it is going to be distracted by the face on the screen. It's like hardwired, programmed. That's a real person. This is not, no matter what kind of tomfoolery, trickery you get into. So if you don't cover, you're going to be distracted by yourself. And you may not even recognize you're doing it until all of a sudden you'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm doing it. I'm looking down here. I'm looking in the wrong place. I find myself doing it. So I still apply these techniques. Do I still have to have a picture of my best friend up? Does Stephanie still have to have a picture of her best friend up? No, she doesn't. I think I actually went live with her earlier this week, and she said she had to do it for maybe, I don't know, a few weeks. And then eventually she felt like, I got it now. I know where to look. I can be more comfortable with it. So it's not forever, unless you are distracted by yourself on screen. Now, the good news is when you go live just straight in Facebook, you can kind of scroll up. So you guys know what I'm talking about. So you get everything set up in Facebook on your laptop, and you put in your text and you get your lighting and then you just scroll up slowly so that your video is up. and then you don't see yourself. So that works too if you don't like this. The reason I like this is because I put my notes on it. If I'm using my phone, I put my notes on it. And then that helps guide my presentation as well, everything that I want to talk about. Okay. Now, the other thing that I will say is that it just takes practice. Like I feel sometimes like a broken record where I talk about there is no magic wand, but there is no magic wand. And so the more you do it, the more you get comfortable with talking here and talking to the camera. You don't have to, it's like muscle memory. And that is true with any skill, any new skill that you are learning. It takes effort up front. It takes practice. You really have to think about it before you do it. But like if I were to say to you right now, okay, I need you to go into the bathroom. I need you to brush your teeth and floss. You're just going to get up and you're going to move, and you're not going to think about every step that you take. You're not going to think about turning the light on. Where is the light switch? You don't think, where is the toothpaste? Where's my toothbrush? Where's my flossers? They're not conscious thoughts. It's automatic. It's subconscious, unconscious. I guess it'd be unconscious. No, subconscious, whichever. You're not consciously thinking about it. You just do it because you've done it 365 times 2, if you brush your teeth twice a day, times however many years old you are. It's muscle memory. You don't think about doing those things. The same thing is true with camera skills. The same thing is true with presentation skills. The more you practice it, the more muscle memory kicks in, and you don't have to think about it. So like right now, as I'm talking to all of you, I don't have my screen covered because I didn't have notes today. Because we just drew randomly from a bin. So because I don't have notes, I didn't cover my screen. And it is taking conscious effort on my part not to look at that, because my brain wants to go, that's not real, that is. And I'd much rather talk to that friendly face. Okay. So what you want to do is you just have to tell your brain to stop. I'm not going to listen to you. I'm going to stay focused, just like you would focus on any other task that you may do, right? There are all tasks that we have to do in our business that you might not love, but you have to do. Like, I don't know, bookkeeping. You know, how many of you use QuickBooks and you're like, I don't want to have to go into QuickBooks and do all that accounting. Sorry for those of you that are accountants. I know you all love it, but it is not my favorite thing to do. But I just have to focus myself, and I just have to do it. I can't not do my own books. I mean, I guess I could pay somebody to do it, but even then I have to collect all my receipts and I have to get organized so that I can give that person that. It takes focused attention, and camera skills are no different. It takes focused attention. Okay, I'm going to pause and see there are comments, and I don't want to miss any of the comments in case there are questions. Okay, so this first person says, I'm not inanimate. That's exactly right. Your face on screen is a real person, and that's why it's so much more fun to talk while you look at yourself. And hopefully you like yourself. And so you like looking at yourself, right? Yep, that's my biggest challenge. Great advice with the picture. Yes, just make sure you tell your best friend. I have to thank Stephanie Thompson for that. That is all her idea. I love it. It's brilliant. I never had told anybody to cut the eyes out before. I told them to get the best friend picture, but never thought to cut the eyes out. You can also, those of you that have done the work to really clearly identify who your perfect person is, who your ideal client is, your ideal avatar, whatever you call them, give them a face. You know, you could go on the internet and find a friendly face that represents your ideal client. So if you name your ideal client and you're like, this is Abigail, and Abigail is a coach that is 33 years old, and she is whatever the characteristics you've identified, go and find a picture of what you think Abigail looks like. So same kind of concept as this, only it's a representation of your ideal client, and talk to her instead of the inanimate object. So that would be another idea that I had, other than your best friend or your grandma or your whomever it is. So if you guys have questions or anything related, drop them in the comments and we will certainly go there. How long have I been talking? Oh yeah, it's time to wrap it up. I try to keep these to 15 minutes and I'm already there. How about that? All right, a reminder, and then I've got a couple filler things while you guys are typing any questions that you might have. So tomorrow we are doing a Beyond the Camera, which is, for those of you that are new to me, this is that's twice a month live interview show. This is a bonus session that we are doing. It's not on our regular rotation. But Chanella, who is part of this group, I've got to work on pronouncing her last name. So you guys got to hold me to it. I've been practicing, and she even gave me a tip. Hold on, I got to get my note. I want to make sure I got this right. She's laughing right now, I'm sure. Okay. Chinelo Ana. No, I already messed it up. Anu Nekwu. Chinelo Anu Nekwu. Yeah, I got some work to do before tomorrow. Will be my guest on Beyond the Camera. And she, her group is called Entrepreneur. M-U-M, like mom. She's in the UK. And it is all about the guilt that we feel between being an entrepreneur and being a mom, and how you get rid of that guilt and balance and maximize both of those. And she's going to be phenomenal. I cannot wait to have her on the show. So that will be tomorrow at Friday at 1 Central. For those of you that are in the Go Live League, you get a VIP session with Chinelo immediately following. She is going to talk about money mindset. And how that ties in with mom guilt. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for that one. So for those of you in the Go Live League, just remember, we're live at 1 Central, and then we're in Zoom at 1:30 Central. There's got to be a better way to do it, but I haven't figured it out. So that's what we do. And I already mentioned the Galantine Gala. What else can I mention? I don't see any questions coming in. The only other thing I guess I could mention is for those of you that suffer from nerves, if you are nervous about going live, if you lack confidence, if you fumble your words, if you're not sure, you speed up or you slow down or all of those things, any sort of way that nerves show up, there is a free masterclass right now on that. So don't, it's only free right now. And our Zoom call is next Tuesday. So you don't want to miss out. Okay. I've stalled long enough. I don't have anything else. No comments coming in. So we're going to wrap it up. I hope everybody has a great rest of your Thursday. I will see you tomorrow and same time next week, same place. And we will draw another video challenge to overcome. All right. Bye, everybody.